Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taff316. Today is Thursday, and per usual, we're gonna read some comments. Let's get into it. You read our comments, we listen to yours. It seems like the perfect balance. Yeah, I'm really glad this series worked out well. It's something I had been, again, before I did it, I'd been thinking about doing it for a while. And yep, I'm glad I'm able to interact with you guys like this, and I'm hoping to keep this going forever. 3 likes, no views. Go home, YouTube. You're drunk. Oh, look at that glitch. You know, I remember people who used to go on YouTube way back in the day will get this. Anyone remember, like, the 305 plus glitch way back in the day when YouTube would just, when it's still loading the views, it would just get stuck on 305 and there's a plus. That reminds me of that. When did they get rid of that? Like 2011? Probably when Google, like, implemented the Google Plus thing and shit. They're getting rid of Google Plus, too. That was a good idea. Good job, Google. Really succeeded with that one. I commend you for finding alternate solutions to copyright issues on YouTube, and if your views go down a certain bit on videos, or go down a bit on certain videos, it's likely just because people don't get the notifications and jump straight to Vimeo. Maybe. Though I always watch and comment on both platforms. Keep it up, Taff, man. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, maybe. And again, you know, views are down just because, you know, that's how it is. People probably aren't as interested as they were before. Or, you know, my video, like before, the reason commercials 2 got so popular wasn't necessarily because people were interested. Go look at the like to dislike ratio on that video. It wasn't because people were interested. It was mainly because it was hitting everybody's recommendations, and that's what got me big before, is I hit recommendations. Will I start hitting major recommendations again at some time? I would hope so, but we'll see what happens. We need a Monty Python reaction. Pretty sure I've talked about Monty Python before. I've seen Monty Python The Holy Grail a bunch of times. That was very popular here. There's a TV show as well, wasn't there? That wasn't popular here. I don't know if it was even shown here. But yeah, all I can add at some point. Christ, no, you really struggled with the English language on this one. Maybe you need a teleprompter. King of Random has a video on how to make one for only a few dollars. I might look into that. I don't, and yeah, and to be fair, I'm having a stroke every video. Just sometimes I can contain it. And I don't write a script for any of these, anyone wondering. I don't have, like, stuff written out. I just make it up on a fly, and sometimes that comes with me fucking up my words. So, you know. Good news, Blackadder 2 is being repeated next Thursday, so I can get an episode then. Lit! I guess another Blackadder reaction coming soon then. You should react to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? There was an American version of that show. It was hosted by Regis Philbin, and he always started the show, like, it sounded like this, like, Who wants to be a millionaire? Do you want to be a millionaire? I want to be a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? Dude, when are you gonna get some merch going on? Do you have some already? I don't. Maybe when I get more money in my pocket, I can pay to have some merch made. I just don't know how many people would buy it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if I want to get merch made just to sell free t-shirts, but we'll see. If you like somebody making unfunny comments in a range of weird, loud voices, Russell Howard is your man. Well, to be fair, that's all I do. Were you having a stroke during recording this video? Yes, I'm always having a stroke. It's fine right now, but it's a constant 18-year stroke, even though I'm 20. I first had it when I was 2. That's the lie we're going with. Hey Tiff, I was just wondering when you're uploading episode 2 of Doctor Who. By the end of this month. Can't give a date, but by the end of this month I'll put up the second Doctor Who reaction. Russell Howard is great. Some people don't like his shows because he's a bit political, but he's always on point with what he says. Fair enough. I mean, your political ideology can always deter people. You know, it divides people. That's what politics do. They divide people. Personally, I don't really give a shit. Like, it amazes me how some people are like, oh, I can't be friends with him because, you know, he's a Trump supporter, or I can't be friends with this person because they're a liberal. It's like, the fuck? Like, if you guys have that different opinions of, you know, political ideologies, just don't talk about politics. You don't have to talk about politics. Like, I'm an atheist, and I've had some friends that are hardcore Christians. You know what I do? I don't talk about religion with them. Just, you know, if you guys are that divided on one subject, just don't talk about it. But it's not a reason to just, you know, not be friends with people. This is going very in a different direction, but I don't know. I just thought that was weird. Commented already on a YouTube video directing people to Vimeo, so you might not have seen it. Please react to Monkey Dust, early 2000s cartoon sketches. Extremely dark, but extremely funny. That sounds like the content I usually watch. Not that well known, but worth a look. BBC, but there are full episodes on YouTube, so maybe be lucky. Yeah, I've gotten away with some BBC stuff, like what hasn't been claimed on YouTube that I've done. Mock the Week got claimed, but the copyright was removed, shockingly. Tracy Beaker didn't get claimed. Brass Eye got claimed, but it's still up on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could look into it. It depends. Sometimes shit's on YouTube, but it doesn't always work. If you're seeing it though, that's if you're in the UK, that is, then maybe I might be able to do it. Like for instance, I can find like all the episodes of The In-Betweeners on YouTube, but they're all blocked in the UK, so only American audiences can see them. And I could upload the In-Betweeners videos to YouTube. I could, but none of you would be able to see them because they're just blocked in the UK. A good Christian channel? You told me in reading your comments 12 that it wasn't a good Christian channel. It's not, but it is. But it's not, but it is. It actually is. It's not, but it is. Your hair is getting long, Noah. Are you growing it out again? Not on purpose. I just have neglected to cut it, to be honest with you. The American Office is offensive to taste. Yes, gonna have to disagree with you there, pal. I know a lot of British people don't like the American Office because it's not the British Office, you know. But here's the thing. Most Americans will agree with you that pretty much all American adaptations of British television shows are shit. I don't think many Americans will deny that. However, the one show that they will definitely fight you on is The Office. The American Office has a very dedicated, very large, and very loyal fan base. So that's the one show they'll definitely fight you on. When the BBC blocks a commercial that publicizes BBC One, isn't that self-harm? I guess not. I mean, they just don't want their shit broadcasted, I guess. I mean, you could just giving you free advertising, man. Just advertising the BBC, but no, you gotta block that shit. I don't know. No, whatever. What's Robbie's favorite film? Footloose. Oh god. I pray that Robbie saw that film. Yes, we do get Domino's in the UK, but I prefer Papa John's pizza. I don't here just because, one, it's overpriced, and two, it's not as good as everything else. It's not that bad, but it's like you gotta pay a fuck ton more for it than everybody else, and then, you know, and it's not as good. And also, the guy who owned it was like a racist, so, Santa and Father Christmas are different. Father Christmas is an old tradition from our pagan past. He is the Green Man. Santa's a 20th century advertising gimmick from Coca-Cola. Not that same at all. Well, you're correct in the sense that they're not the same thing. However, to dismiss Santa as a 20th century advertising gimmick is completely false. Santa Claus was invented in the late 1700s as basically combined. It was basically they combined St. Nicholas and Father Christmas to make an American appealed version. It is true that Coca-Cola is credited with inventing his current look, but the story of Santa Claus dates back to the late 1700s, so just to write him off as a cheap advertising gimmick is just not true at all. Would like to see you watch Taskmaster in full. I think people have told me about that recently. Is that the one where Mr. Gilbert from The In-Betweeners is Taskmaster? I think that's when people were talking about that to me about that. I'll definitely look into that. Look up Mary Whitehouse. Imagine the American PTC rolled up and personified as one religious elderly woman who wanted nothing fun on TV, owing to her fear of moral decline. Oh, is that who the Goodies were parroting? That's funny. Good example, she got Alice Cooper banned from TV. The controversy made a sales increase, and he sent flowers to her to say thanks. It's not easy to beat Alice Cooper, man. You could try, but it's not easy. It's unfortunate when these old shows feature Rolf Harris references back before we knew. Before we knew what? I'm not really familiar with him. I can Google it, though. Let me see. Let me pull up Chrome here. Rolf Harris. Go to his Wikipedia page. An Australian entertainer whose career has encompassed work as a musician, singer-songwriter, composer, comedian, actor, painter, television personality. He's done a lot of stuff. Harris's career as a popular entertainer ended when he was convicted and imprisoned for sexual offenses. In 2014, at the age of 84, he was sentenced to 5 years, 9 months in prison on 12 counts of indecent assault on 4 teenage female victims during the 70s and 80s. Oh, that's a big yikes right there. No, you finally had your revenge on the BBC. Yeah, momentarily, because then they blocked the video worldwide, but it was still totally worth it. That whole episode was hilarious, and deeply satisfying as well. I always thought the Goodies was shit. Sorry. Don't have to apologize to me. I didn't make the show. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for this episode of Reading Your Comments. Per usual, if you want a chance to get your comment read, just comment down below and I may read your comment next week. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. But that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch where I stream every single day, my second channel, Freakstein Views, my Twitter if you want to follow me, my Patreon if you want to support me. I appreciate all my patrons, all 6 of you. And also my Vimeo if you want to see any of the videos that were blocked on YouTube, all those are in the description. Also in the description is a link to my schedule where you can see it's going to be posted on the channel every single day. But that being said, my name is Tafferstein. This has been another episode of Reading Your Comments. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.